shadows where the dice roll high, Shatia dances with a glimmer in her eye. Goddess of fate, where the tricksters dwell, stacking the cards with a magical spell. She loves the bold, the ones who dare, those who gamble with the winds of air. But tread with care, don't break the chain, turn your back on her and lose the game. Oh Shatia, mistress of chance, guide my hand in the staring dance. With a wink and a grin she'll lead the way, but beware my friend if you go astray. Whispers of fortune, a roll of the dice, she favors the dreamers who play it nice. Bend your fate, let your heart be free, pray for her luck, let the cards decree. In a world of chaos the brave will thrive, but don't get too cocky, she's watching your drive. With a flick of her wrist she'll shift the scene, a twist of fortune in ways unforeseen. Oh Shatia, mistress of chance, guide my hand in the staring dance. With a wink and a grin she'll lead the way, but beware my friend if you go astray. A roll of the dice, guide my hand in the staring dance. With a wink and a grin she'll lead the way, but beware my friend if you go astray. In a world of chaos the brave will thrive, but don't get too cocky, she's watching your drive. With a flick of her wrist she'll shift the scene, a twist of fortune in ways unforeseen. Oh Shatia, mistress of chance, guide my hand in the staring dance. With a wink and a grin she'll lead the way, but beware my friend if you go astray. Raise your glass to the goddess above, in the heart of the gamble she reigns with love. With a smile and a spark she's waiting to see, will you play for your fate or let it be free? In the shadows where the dice roll high, Shatia dances with a glimmer in her eye. Goddess of fate, where the tricksters dwell, stacking the cards with a magical spell. In a world of chaos the brave will thrive, but don't get too cocky, she's watching your drive. With a flick of her wrist she'll shift the scene, a twist of fortune in ways unforeseen. In the game of life she holds the keys, a fickle enchantress like the autumn breeze. With every bet placed, every risk you take, honor her spirit or watch your luck break. In the game of life, she holds the keys, a fickle enchantress like the autumn breeze. With every bet placed, every risk you take, honor her spirit or watch your luck break.
Once a mind like a library, perfectly aligned, Agassiz sought to save what fate had designed. With a heart full of love, he reached for the stars, but the weight of the cosmos left invisible scars. Now he wanders, a jester in the dark, with wisdom like fire and a soul torn apart. A mad god of riddles, both twisted and bright. You never know what he'll bring to the night. Oh, Agassiz, master of the lie, share your knowledge, we won't hesitate. But speak in puzzles, leave us to guess. In the madness of magic, we find our rest. He weaves through the shadows, his laughter a curse. Every truth wrapped in layers, both beautiful and terse. With a flick of his wrist, he'll twist your perception. In the chaos of knowledge, find your direction. He holds the secrets of worlds far and wide, but crack the code or let madness inside. Each riddle a doorway, each puzzle a key, unlocking the cosmos. What will you see? Oh, Agassiz, master of the lie, share your knowledge, we won't hesitate. But speak in puzzles, what will you see? Oh, Gaddradison, master of the wise, share your knowledge, we won't hesitate. But speaking puzzles, leave us to guess. In the madness of magic, we find our rest. In the echo of wisdom, his laughter can sting, a dance of insanity where shadows take wing. But in every riddle, a truth to be found. In the madness of knowledge, we find our rest. So raise your voice to the God of the wise. In the depth of his chaos, true wonder lies. With a riddle and rapture, he'll lead you to light. In the mind of your guesses, we dance through the night.
When the hourglass runs its course, she'll ensure you stay the course. No evil breaks, no chaos reigns. In her embrace, you'll find no chains. Zedia, goddess of the night, guiding hearts with gentle light. In your final breath, she's near, a compassionate hand to calm your fear. So fear not the end, it's just a door. With Zedia by your side, there's always more. In the depths of Dremura, where shadows dwell, Gamphian toils, casting magic from the well. With the hammer's echo and the forge's flame, he shapes the dreams, but his heart's not the
Okay, well, does anybody have any warnings they would like to pop off before we start with the recap?
8 plus.
Oh,
This is an 18
Okay.
plus D&D session.
I was gonna say you
I
cut
return.
you cut off right as you said 8, so it just sounded like you said 8 plus.
Suitable for children. Suitable for children.
Not suitable for children.
Remember, kids, piracy is okay.
Do what you want, because the pirate is free.
Yeah.
Okay, who's ready for this AI generated recap? Because I didn't have time to do anything this week or last week.
Come on, let's hear it.
All right.
Let's hear it.
After a deep internal struggle, Chou found himself torn between his faith as a cleric of the Phoenix and the possibility that his devotion might belong to Themis, the goddess of travel and weather. Seeking guidance, he confided in Captain Gaddradison, who reassured him that he could be both, a cleric of two divine paths. Still unsure, Chou sought answers from Zedia, the goddess of death, asking her for a chance to commune with one of his ancestors. His goal was to understand if the Phoenix he served was connected to Themis in some way. Through Zedia's divine intervention, Chou learned a dark truth. He was a descendant of the one who had originally brought the Phoenix to his hometown. However, this revered Phoenix had been captured and enslaved by Chou's people for generations. The spiritual leader of his community had been using the Phoenix's power of rebirth to sustain his life for centuries, manipulating its divine essence for personal gain. To free both the Phoenix and Themis, Chou and his companions would need to break the leader's unnatural connection to the Phoenix's life force. Burdened by the weight of his family's past atrocities, Chou returned to his group, determined to right the wrongs done to Themis. Zedia then opened a portal back to Captain Gaddradison's ship, where the group faced a new decision, choosing the next god to awaken. Poppyseed, in an attempt to reach Ugasis, was instead transported, along with the entire party, to Ugasis's bathing pond. During their chat, Poppyseed cleverly deciphered Ugasis's cryptic statements, realizing that Gamphion was likely located in one of the floating sky cities. Ultimately, the group decided to journey to the continent of Nearbeth, where Chou's people resided in the Lehelet Mountains, to confront the spiritual leader and free Themis. Before their departure, Poppyseed returned to Marilyn's home for a brief visit. He found her in a compromising situation, trying to hide her smut writings. After a light-hearted conversation, Marilyn suggested another night of intimacy, and Poppyseed eagerly accepted. And that is where we begin tonight.
Forgot about that ending.
Somebody's going horse riding.
So we're talking. So we get to hear about the bareback rider again. Okay, gotcha.
I mean, I could play that song.
Yeah, it's a good one though. It is a good one. It is a good song.
Please don't.
Fucking working.
All right, so everyone gets a long rest.
Oh yeah, Dad's part warlock now.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah. Make sure you all are actually level 11.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
warlock.
I got a fun new spell.
Oh, I can breathe underwater now.
Hey, yo.
You couldn't before as a Tortle? I thought Tortles
No.
that's a racial.
No, they can
turtles
just
can hold their breath for like an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, turtles still need to breathe.
Mammal?
No.
No. Your Honor, I would like to plead stupid. It is not my turn for the brain cell tonight, guys. I apologize in advance.
Oh, this is how it's gonna go. All right.
My shit's not working and I'm distracted. Not a good comp.
Dude, if your shit's not work, if your shit's not working, there's little blue pills you can get for that.
You said it with the confidence of your whole chest.
Yep.
Mammal.
Yeah,
We're starting this with the right foot. Got it.
we really are.
Oh, such confidence. Poppyseed makes it back to the ship with a skip in his step.
My stat is me.
Oh my gosh. Would you guys have set sail in the morning? Would you guys have set sail and have your quite biggest sea child Trillium
Yeah, the boy.
pull the ship at night so you didn't have to worry about things while you slept?
Mhm. Sounds like a plan.
At some point, I, as a player, forget the name of the entity. I guess also now patron.
Your patron. They. Hold on. Let me find the ancient scripts.
I just read the sentence. He had a pickle whistling session last night.
Oh god. Why?
Brother gained a level in Bard last night.
Oh my gosh.
He plays the skin flute.
No, Meryl played the skin flute. Lips got a bit too wet to whistle.
Playing the living bagpipe.
I thought it was a pink trombone. Especially at that size, it's going to need two hands to play it.
Um, you would now know it's not just one, but
Oh.
there are two. I mean, you as
Oh.
a player might have remembered that from.
Yes.
Um,
I was going, like, at least Gad was going more specifically towards the one he had already encountered and spoken with.
they
Like, scary fish lady.
are the. Hold on, which one? You were going for the. Hold on, where did it load,
Oh,
please?
son of a bitch.
Yes, you called.
I keep spilling my alcohol.
Party foul.
Yes.
That's it. Send him to prison. Stone him to
True enough.
death.
It's stuck on 0%. Load,
I am an
please.
alcohol abuser.
Mhm.
I just.
So I was just about to say I've heard of abusing alcohol, but that's just doing it the wrong fucking way.
Thank God for napkins.
Come on, load, you bitch.
My desk.
I'm
is full
fairly
of
certain by the
weed.
colors that it's the one I was thinking of.
Dicky.
It's having a hard time loading. That one is a twin. Those are the
Like,
ones that were called. I've still called the trapped ones.
oh,
They are gods of an ocean world. That and basically Gad would just know this now. Like once he bonded with them, he would know this. In that they are twin gods. They are not of Dremura. But they are very powerful gods nonetheless, and they are gods of the sea. However, from their home world, there is nothing but sea. Everything is ocean. There is no land. Um, so in here, they all have basically filled in that niche and control and run the seas. The one of them is very much so good, and the other one is very much so evil.
I
Um,
imagine it was the good one that was talking to me, that was supporting us waking up the gods.
it was the good one doing the talking, but though they don't make decisions without each other, they take
Yeah.
turns basically.
Oh.
Um,
Oh boy.
um, and they are both friends of the um architects, and they almost consider the gods like their nieces and nephews.
Huh. Okay.
That is the main reason they support waking them up, is because they see them.
Like, go wake
The
the kids
the
up.
gods of Dremura are thousands and thousands and thousands of years younger than they are. Their world has been around much longer.
Okay. Would it be absolutely fucking insane to say that I would like to romance the fish lady?
You can romance the fish lady.
Pussy. Why? I ain't gonna give you
Pussy?
shit.
I mean, it's for a reminder to the rest of you. Who's this one?
Yep, I remember that one.
I'm not at my. I'm not
You're
at my
gonna get
computer.
hentai.
I have attention too.
Not like she has though.
Is this a threat?
Maybe.
Let's give you a colonoscopy and clean your tonsils at the same time.
Stopped people from romancing patrons before.
I wasn't trying to say it's awful. I'm just saying they're gonna be able to give him a colonoscopy and clean his tonsils at the same time with one tentacle.
I do really fucking like the twin gods, though.
Because, like,
They're a fun patron.
from Gad's point of view, like, he just signed a deal to essentially sail the seas forever.
Yeah, he did.
And he is in love with the sea. Like, I'm straight up going Davy Jones right now. Like,
Oh yeah,
Good.
yeah, no, 100%. That is, yeah.
like Gad is like, he's like, well, I guess now would be my chance since I'm gonna be on the ocean forever. I could get with the ocean. Like,
See, now
I
if
can
that's the
respect
case,
that.
the thing is now is one of your chat up lines to her has to be, "What's the matter? You afraid to get wet?"
Yes.
I have a gift for this.
Of course you do.
Where is it? There it is.
Exactly. What's the matter? You're afraid to get wet?
I can breathe underwater now. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine if she's a squirter.
You'd be squirting
That-
or inking.
around me, mommy.
I'm
Well,
fucking writing that one down.
what I want to know is what the fuck were you doing in my bedroom last time I was with the wife?
Research.
Just next time, let me know so I can at least fucking charge you admittance.
Spectator's fee.
So that I can get out of the tree.
Either that, or you can at least hold the fucking camcorder next time.
I would be right back. Supposedly you can see the northern lights above town, and the next town over. I want to see if we can't see them from here.
Oh, whack. Let me know. Because if you can't,
If you can't see them with a naked eye, use your camera on your phone.
I need to turn off all the lights.
I can't tell if it's the northern lights or just light pollution from the nearest city.
Yeah, tonight we're supposed to be able to be seen way down farther than usual. And that if you do a long exposure photo, you can
Oh yeah,
catch it.
go outside.
Okay,
Hold
hold on. I will be right back.
That was Robo. Well, he
I
got
gotta see
abducted.
the outdoors.
And
Don't
just,
do it, it's a trap.
And just like that, we're gonna take our first break.
The
The skinwalkers have got them.
aliens have abducted them.
Sorry, if the aliens abduct them, we know they'll bring them back in about 5 minutes. Like, keep these dumbasses. He thinks a fucking tortoise is a bloody mammal.
No,
Mammal was
no.
for
They're
life.
gonna return him and be like, no, he's too eager for this. We don't want him.
That'd be Gad.
Why did he get an erection when we pulled out the anal probe?
He keeps asking us if we're afraid to get wet.
Why does he keep saying probe me daddy harder?
Oh my goodness.
We've got to remember to never let them live that down.
My gummies bears smell terrible.
What? Why?
I don't know. They just they smell like ink. Or just like
Ew.
or just like coloring. They just smell like coloring.
Ew. Maybe don't eat them.
Oh, I'm gonna eat them.
Here.
I'm going to bring a bag of gummy bears, special gummy bears here from the UK over for you. Straight from the Haribo factory.
I'm gonna bring a bag of special gummies.
I can't touch them.
That's okay. I'll just
I will.
chuck them. All right.
God damn.
Unfortunately, I am allergic to the green, so
Okay, I return. That is cool as fuck.
Were you abducted?
I
No, he
have-
hitchhiked.
How was the mothership?
Did they probe you well? I'll take that as a yes.
Ooh, nice.
That is like one of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen. And like, cause you can see it with the naked eye too. Like the sky is just pink.
Cool.
And I'm in town too, cause like Gar, he's a few miles out of town. Like I'm like in town, and you can still see that shit even with the light pollution. It's awesome. That is definitely like one of the coolest fucking things I have ever seen.
It is still too light outside to
I'm-
even try. I don't know. Might be light pollution. Might be too light outside still.
Cause like
It's
I
only
just looked
7,
straight
so.
up. I just looked straight up and I was like, oh no, I can't see anything. And then I walked out
Fuck's
into the
sake.
yard and looked north. And holy shit.
That is so pretty!
I just can't get over how good my fucking phone camera is. Because it's dark outside. And with the night mode, you can see those trees fucking perfectly. That shit's nuts. Anywho, fish pussy.
Someone's got a craving.
Get that caviar.
See, I, as a player, am not all that charismatic. However,
Nope.
however, I feel like Gad would be at least somewhat competent in essentially trying to romance the sea.
What would some of Gad's first steps in attempting to romance the sea?
Ask it its
Well,
rate.
as good as what?
Ask it its rate.
See, I feel like Gad would first attempt, like, essentially explaining the situation of, like, hey, I'm about to be sailing your seas forever. So, like, is there anything I can do that would also, like, be in service of you? And basically try to like bring her gifts sort of thing. Like, hey, here's a little something something. But basically try to like impress her first.
Little offerings to the sea, sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, because like he's already been like tossing a coin and asking for like protection and whatever else.
Yeah, yeah.
So it'd be like a hey, what can I bring you to impress you, to please you? And then I don't know, he's gonna take the sea on a date.
You hold on. You get I have to think of the best way to word it. Um 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 do. It's in here somewhere.
Ah, ew, gross. It's all wet. There's something on my desk. It's all covered in fucking tequila.
Um
Don't talk about the sea like that. Of course she's wet.
Oh no, I don't mind her that's wet. It's my fucking things on my desk that are wet that I do mind.
That begs the question: is water wet?
She's about to be. Gad's out here fucking like.
Yeah, the turtle sound.
um where is it? There it is. Um, Gad, you get asked to bring her the moon in a silver cup.
Uh, uh,
And I'll leave it and add, so that she may drink it.
oh. Oh, I get it. Okay. Before setting sail, Gad is going on an adventure inland. Preferably looking for some sort of like some person that just like lives out in the woods.
Make a. We'll have a survival and a persneppy. See what you can find.
Oh boy. Listening for banjo.
I can play that.
Survival is a 22.
Nice.
And per Sneppy is a mod 20.
Mm. You come across a a nice sized hut, but a hut nonetheless. There is through a small chimney, smoke billowing through it, and that's kind of what catches your eye first from a little bit of a distance.
Finished.
I will approach.
And she is Jotun.
When
If there's like
you
nobody outside, just like a gentle knock on the door.
um when you knock, the door opens, and from inside you can hear, come in, don't be shy, you're approaching my house and all.
He'll take a step inside and take off his hat and give like a little bit of a bow. And put his hat back on. I thank you for your hospitality.
It's not often that people come seeking a witch of the bogs. What is it you need?
Well, I believe I may have found myself somewhat in love. And there is a gift I would like to bring, but I do not myself possess it. And I was hoping that you may be able to assist me.
Well, there is much I can help assist with. She stops stirring the pot herself and does a little zhuzh with her hand, and it continues to stir by itself. And she goes over and gestures to one of the seats at a small round table, pulling out one herself. Would you care for some tea?
Some tea would be lovely, thank you.
And she grabs a teapot, a couple cups, bringing them over to the table, and she goes, "Already hot, I might add. I just had the feeling that I'd have a visitor today. Usually those feelings are right, so I keep a pot on."
It's much appreciated. He'll kind of take the cup, pull out like a little flask. He's like, would you like some accentuation for your tea?
No, not currently. Accentuations are meant for specific times in my case, and today is not one of those, unfortunately.
Alrighty then. He'll like kind of pour just like a little bit into his tea and take some sips. Now, in my efforts to woo this lady, I have been asked to bring her the moon in a silver glass so she may drink it. And I have a feeling that I know what she's looking for, but some help on the matter wouldn't be unappreciated.
Well, what is it that you think she wants?
Well, as he's like about to put the flask away, kind of pulls it back out again. And he kind of like shakes it a little bit. Well, in some of my travels, I've heard of people that make their own. He kind of grins a bit. Their own accentuations. And it's named somewhat after moonlight. This is like the shine of the moon.
As well, I definitely think that that's a worthy perception of the request. Do you have a silver cup?
Oh, I might. I'd have to look through some loot, but I may have one, but I'm not sure.
Do you have coin?
Of course.
She gets up and opens a cupboard that's just filled with a ragtag assortment of cups and mugs and chalices and drinking horns, and they're all just crammed in there and stacked willy-nilly, and she starts rattling through that, almost knocking a few of them down on herself and catching them real quick.
I'm picturing that commercial for it was like for like Tupperware or something, where the lady opens the cabinet and it's just like a tsunami of Tupperware that land on her head.
Similar vibes. It's just, I know I have at least one or two in here somewhere. And she's, oh, wait. I see it. Where's my stool? Oh, wait, you're tall. Um, Top shelf, I can see the glint there. I think that's the one. I can't quite reach it without my stool. And you can see her, she's like tippy toes desperately reaching.
Gad will go up and reach for it.
Yeah, you,
We have a short point then.
yeah, you reach for it and pull it down, and as you're pulling it down, she's following the movement to get a look at it. She goes, "Yes, that's the one. That is a silver through and through, not coated like some places do, or mixed. Those create certain ill tastes and can be ill for the body and mind."
Well, I certainly don't want that.
This is silver through and through, and despite the looks, I keep very good care of everything, so it's not tarnished.
Well, it's very appreciated. What would I owe you for such a thing?
What is it worth to you?
Gad stops and thinks for a minute. It would be worth an eternity. Because that's what I'm looking at here.
And how can you repay that access to that eternity due to gaining that? See, I deal in very particular dealings with people and entities alike, little folk that I've been raised by, and the way we deal in our dealings, we don't, well, where the average salesperson in a shop may look at that cup and go, oh, it's a gold. I don't see it as, oh, it's a gold. I see it as, well, what is what you're getting from it worth to you? And how much are you willing to pay for that? Sometimes I get an inkling of what that worth should be worth, what that should be paid for. And sometimes I like to see if people like to pay fairly for what things are due out of what they're getting from the item. Or if they decide to lowball and trade for less than it's worth to them. But you see, they do that, and they'll have, well, what I've been raised by doesn't quite play nicely in their tricks and trickery when it comes to getting back at someone that slighted one of their own.
Well, what sort of price would you put on the love of the sea. Because I've already sold my soul 2 times over.
She grins and chuckles. The love of the sea. So many have the love of the sea, but never truly woo it. Oh, this is delightful.
Well, not the sea specifically, but one of the twins, if you know who I'm speaking of.
he flutters a hand dismissively and goes, "Of course I know what you meant. I live near the coast and I don't get drowned out every year. Everywhere else, the sea rises during certain times, and I still remain just fine. I pay my dues to those waters and keep my place nice and dry."
That's good to hear, because just for all of the details of the situation, which I imagine would help. I've made a deal with Zedia to where I am to roam the seas for eternity and bring back the souls of the dead. And I imagine that could be a very lonely eternity. So not only have I asked the sea for some sort of power, I would also like to ask for her hand.
As well. The sea will be a interesting endeavor to woo. But I wish you the utmost luck in your endeavor. As payment, I would like to request every time you dock at this continent, I would like you to reach out with a tale of your travels. I do love a good story. You think you could manage?
Oh, I believe so. I enjoy weaving a good tale. he kind of like fiddles with his eye patch for a second, and he's like, whether they may be far-fetched or not, there's at least some truth in there.
Oh, and just so you're not a stranger, I'm Miss Grail.
You're Miss Grail?
Yes.
It's lovely to meet you, Miss Grail. And he sticks out his hand. I am Captain Gaddradison.
She gives him a firm handshake. Deceptively strong handshake. For despite how small and lithe she is, she is strong.
Well. Would you care for some accentuations to celebrate our deal?
She smiles and goes, I believe I can agree to that.
And he'll. So I imagine he's still standing, like somewhat next to that cabinet. So he'll grab a couple of like glasses or mugs or whatever it happens to be, and pull out one of his bottles, pour a couple of drinks, and hand one over.
As she takes it, she takes a swig and goes, oof. Because I forget how strong some people make their drinks. It's been a while.
Yeah, I may have to apologize for that. I'm quite seasoned.
She chuckles and goes, now, you're not seasoned. You maybe DM has forgotten the word shit. Um when you like put the meat in the sauce overnight.
Marinated.
Brine? Marinate. That's the word. Marinate. She goes, you're well marinated. And she opens up a cupboard and goes, I'm well seasoned.
Well, okay. Now, one last question that at least I hope wouldn't come with much of a prize. You wouldn't know where to get some of this moonlight in a cup, or moonshine, if you will.
She ponders a moment and goes, well, this time of year, I think they're only a few days off. It might be. Because southeasterly there is a settlement that rotates a little bit of Lizardfolk. They have a few different places they rotate between. I think it's the time of year that they're a bit closer. They definitely seem like the folk that would be making moonshine. You could also. She kind of goes over and slides open one of her windows and kind of peeks out. Half half jumping to end up laying on the counter so her head's properly poking out the window to look up and her feet are just kicking to get a good look up at the sky. And you hear kind of shout back, "It ain't full yet, but you could wait for a full moon. And, if you get really anything nice and calm in the cup, it would reflect a full moon, that's for sure. But then if you happen to have a cloudy day, that wouldn't work. So there's a lot of things that could go wrong with that plan. So maybe if you do the dual thing and fill it with the moonshine and try and get the moon's reflection on the moonshine in the cup, I don't see a way that it could fail at all at that point.
Wow. That sounds like one hell of a plan. Thank you. And he'll pour like one more cup for each of them and down his.
She wiggle wobbles a little bit and goes, "Would you mind helping me? I think I'm stuck."
Oh, not at all. I'll like help her down off the counter.
She flattens her clothes back. She's like, I couldn't get the right leverage to get back in.
Like, oh wow.
In hindsight, I probably should have just darted through the front door and looked up at the sky that way, but the window was closer, and sometimes the thinking doesn't think through all the way properly.
Like, oh, I quite understand that. And he kind of taps on his eye patch again. So you said, southeasterly?
Yes.
Alright, well, thank you very much. I'll be seeing you again. As he takes his leave and kind of wanders his way back to the ship. What was the name again?
Her name?
Yeah,
She said her name was Miss Grail.
Miss Grail. Grail as in like Holy Grail kind of spelling?
Did I spell it? I have to look at her name now. Hold on. I don't. I think that's how I spelled it. Where are my old NPCs? Red. No. The sisters. There they are. Wait, why is only all of them are supposed to be in it?
See, okay, Villain's campaign, it would have happened, but I needed lion skin.
I had lion skin. It was just the wrong kind.
It took 3 campaigns of me getting God laid. Oh my god.
See, if I remember correctly, Bjarn had a wife.
I couldn't tell you. It never came up in conversation.
Grail.
Okay. I'm just sending that to my chat just so I remember.
Just because he had a wife is a different postcode doesn't count.
He had a wife and potentially a child. I don't remember.
Um,
Fuck. I dropped my phone. Well, Gad would head back in the direction of the ship and see if anyone wanted to make a quick trip southeasterly to try to find some moonshine real quick.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Are we doing pirate shit again?
Oh, somewhat. More just on the chase for some good, rare alcohol. Uh, I spoke to a witch lady. She pointed me in the right direction.
Well, that sounds useful.
It should be, hopefully. And if not, then we're all getting drunk.
Woo!
So it's a good time either way.
The last time I got drunk, I don't know how I did it, but I ended up in the crow's nest.
A natural scout.
Sure, let's call it that. Why not?
Your body took you to where it was meant to be.
At least I
Keeping your
wasn't
eye
convinced
out
that I
on
was
the
a
high
bird.
seas. Well, if that does happen, at least now you have wings.
Yeah, now.
Well, at least with those wings, you're no longer an overgrown chicken.
Just a regular sized turkey.
I was about to say, what am I now?
A danger cobra?
Just to do the hiss.
Or, a cobra chicken?
I don't know. Why am I a cobra? Oh, I'm a lizard, not a snake.
Over chicken. So who's going on the adventure with Gad?
Poppyseed's going.
Yeah. Chou go.
Yeah, I think we're all going.
The way these dumbasses get hurt all the time on adventures, I'm trying to need a healer.
Hey, we've been doing fine.
See, hopefully this should be much less intensive of an adventure than our last few.
Even
Hopefully.
even Poppyseed's harder to hit now.
What?
Just taps on his leg, like click click click. Hey, that is rock
What
solid.
in the fuck?
I suppose you could say that makes him a stone cold killer.
Ah! My fucking
I
keyboard is doing
I
crazy
don't
shit.
think I would call myself that.
He's a rhinestone cowboy
Of the sea.
of the sea.
Of the sea.
Of the sea.
There's just a look from Chou of, my joke's gone over their head. I'm not going to say anything.
Alright, who wants to roll to help you guys not get horrendously fucking lost while traveling through the forest?
Not me.
What was it we'd be rolling?
Dice.
Survival, as well as for Snappy to keep a lookout for signs of people.
Well, for the keeping out for signs of people, I could fly up and keep an eye out.
True, true. Definitely could get advantage that way for finding full civilization.
I can track.
Mhm.
I'm usually the tracker anyway.
You're the natural tracker.
Yep. Wait, what it is, what it is, what it is.
Mhm. I'm at a level now where my wild shape is only a bonus action.
Nice.
Nice. Let me see, let me see. Not too bad, not too good. This is 16.
Alright, alright.
Did you see advantage on the Persneppy?
Yeah, because your eyes in the skies.
That's a 27.
Jesus.
As you are flying around, there is something else that you catch as well as what you're looking for. For one thing, there's a different bird flying around. That's that definitely looks a little out of place. You don't necessarily know this continent, but you don't think a bird that is all white would fit in a place like this naturally and survive. But the other thing that tips you off is that as it's flying by you, you hear, "Well, aren't you fancy?" as it's flying off. Like as it's flying by.
Right. Look at it. The fuck is that or you? How big is this bird, by the way?
This is like, hold on, let me bird size comparison in my brain real quick.
At the moment, I mean, compared to Chou, the level he's at the moment, he is classed as large. He's the same as a giant eagle size.
You are looking at like a white heron a stark white heron. How big is a heron compared to an eagle?
Eagle, fucking huge. And I'm a giant eagle at that.
Span of up to 6.5 feet. And then it's usually 7 to 8 feet. So you got a couple feet extra wingspan over this white heron.
Mhm. Okay. How? Dad hasn't told us who we're looking for, has he?
He said that you
I probably would have elaborated that we were looking for like some lizard folk sort of
like
thing.
civilization
Yeah.
lizard folk sort of thing.
Mhm.
Granted, it does throw you off that a white herring just definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't
well,
fit in
aren't you fancy?
here. Look who's talking. Is it a male voice or a female voice?
Female.
Oh, look who's talking. Little Miss Snow White.
There is a chuckle as she continues to fly. You also do spot a bit of a smaller outcropping of a few smaller homes, more it's more like a collection of cabins where a couple cabins have been built right, like butt up next to each other. A small field, and what looks to be the starts of a barn being made.
Okay. Is this heron heading towards that at all, or not?
Um, it similar direction, but it doesn't look like it's heading directly for it.
Okay. I mean, I've got a fly speed of 80. Have I got enough to keep up with it, or not?
Um, 2 seconds.
My walk speed's only 10, so I ain't walking in this.
You said
hall.
your fly speed is 80?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you got 20 on her. Here's a 60.
Okay. I'm gonna catch up to them if they've gone past me. I'm gonna basically pull up alongside them. Looking for village of Lizardfolk. That little village down there, is that them, or are we looking further?
She points down and goes, that should be them.
Well, thank you very much. I take it you're not from round here though, because you don't seem like you'd fit it like myself. You wouldn't fit in quite well around here.
She chuckles and goes, looks can be deceiving.
Very true. Very true. Well, fair weather and clear skies, and a good tailwind for you. And thank you for the information. And then turn and bank round. Come in lower, slightly lower
As
over the.
as you bank round and start going down, you hear. It's been a while since I've seen anything that's reminded me of Themis.
Fucking there is that stop and hover midair kind of thing, then turn. You know the goddess Themis?
She's continued. She hasn't stopped. I know he
Oh,
can keep up, but he's
yeah.
definitely gotta like reflutter around and get catch back up.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Well, fine then. Use that extra speed I've got to fucking catch up. Once I get back in range, you know the goddess Themis?
Um, Personally, not so much. She's very cranky. Well, was very cranky. I was knee high to a cricket when they all went to sleep. She
So
said,
I am.
yes, I considered them asleep. My hope was that they weren't dead, so I said they were asleep. Now they're waking up because I'm feeling them again. So I consider that a win in my thoughts of them being asleep.
Mm-hmm. They were asleep. If it's not too impertinent to ask, could I ask who you are?
I am Miss Grail. I am a witch.
Miss Grail. Ah, well, you are definitely right in that the gods are waking up. My friends and I are in the process of finding them and waking them.
Oh, so you're the cause. I mean, it's not a bad cause, it's a good cause, but you're the cause nonetheless. That's
Mm-hmm.
nice.
We've succeeded in waking a few of them up. We've still got some left to wake. Making a quick stop after waking Lady Zedia. And then we're on our way to go and wake another. To be honest, we're going to go and wake Lady Themis.
Oh, see, I would have thought you already did with the looks of you. All fancy feathers.
I am I'm a priest and a druid of the Phoenix. My town worshipped the Phoenix for, well, ever since the gods disappeared and the Phoenix then appeared in their place. But I've recently found out that the Phoenix is actually Lady Themis, and we didn't know about it. The person responsible is going to be getting justice.
Hmm. Good luck with that.
I think we're going to need all the luck we can get, so I'll take that gratefully. Thank you very much. But as a follower of the Phoenix, one of the gifts bestowed to us is the ability to assume the appearance of a phoenix, albeit not as grand as Lady Themis's vision, but still striking nonetheless.
Would you like some lunch? I know. Did you do that? Hello?
Hello.
I hear you.
Did Malty die? Did it potato me when I asked the initial question?
Nope.
So multi potatoed.
Hello?
There you are.
Yes. I forget that 4 a.m. my router does a reset.
Oh no.
It does it at 4 a.m. every day just to make sure that it's it's not clogged up or anything like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Hmm. What was I saying? Oh yeah, as you were around when the gods fell asleep, and you have more knowledge than I could probably ever assume to acquire.
Well, one does acquire much knowledge when they're raised by fairies.
Then more knowledge than most people combined could gather in a lifetime. Then the one who's got Lady Themis trapped as the Phoenix. We've been advised to separate them from their power or separate their link to Lady Themis. Do you have
Smart
any idea?
suggestion.
I have a couple of ideas on potential ways of doing it, but someone who is smarter than me may have knowledge of easier ways or an easy way of doing it. If you wouldn't mind sharing it.
Well, I wouldn't know if I was smarter than you in some ways, maybe not in other ways. Definitely have more years on you, but that's just when you spend so much time with this thing. I happen to be the firstborn that was traded for something. Um, Not salty about that at all in the slightest. But breaking a god out of their shackles, those must be some real powerful, real fancy shackles, and that's got to be made out of, well, either something deeply of this world or something not of this world adapted to trap things. And depending on what it is, would really depend on how you handle it. Because, I mean, Hmm. She kind of slows down her flight a little bit as she's like pondering. And kind of does a few loops. As she thinks, it's just well, maybe something to remember would be brittle metal splinters easily, shatters easily. Maybe that will help.
Thank you. I will. I'll keep that in mind. You've given me an idea.
Would you like a snack?
I never say no to food.
She nods down towards the lake that you have about gotten to. And I fish there most afternoons. That's what I was on my way to do, was to catch a few fish for my lunch.
Okay. Well, my friends are still coming along. I will go back and let them know, and I shall see you there hopefully shortly.
She gives a nod and goes, I'll bring back a few in case they're hungry too. And then begins to nosedive towards the water.
Watch her nosedive for a little bit. Obviously she knows what she's doing, so not going to not going to worry. Bank round, coming in lower over the village, just so I can have a look. See, is it the Lizardfolk? As I head back to the party.
As you like have a look see, you definitely spot lizard folk, and there are
Mhm,
definitely a couple children that spot you. And
mhm.
mama, look you, it's a firebird. One of them, why is the bird on fire, mama? Did he do something
But tuck the wings and barrel roll as I go past over them, and then head back to the party. Coming into land, and just as I go to touch down, just switch, drop the wild shape, so I land on my feet. And I found where the lizard folk are, and I I met someone who was around when the gods fell asleep. They're a little ways up ahead at, at a lake fishing. Um, they've offered to share some fish with us for food if you'd be
Oh,
interested.
oh, they're fishing. I go fish. Fish.
Hmm?
Yeah, lunch and a drink doesn't sound too bad.
Hmm. Yeah. They,
Fish.
they they said they've been feeling that the gods are waking up. They had a feeling that they're only asleep, and they're happy to know that they were right and that they're only asleep. They were around when they fell asleep, so definitely been around a while. Said their name was a Miss Grail. Said they were a witch.
Oh, I know Miss Grail. That's who pointed me this direction.
Oh, right. Well, Seems like we've stumbled on a bit of luck twice today. Then.
I guess so.
Bless you.
Thank you. I said they're doing some fishing for obviously they were doing some fishing for themselves, but then invited us to join them.
Well, she's a rather nice lady. I don't see why we shouldn't.
Which way she fishing?
And turn and point towards where the lake was. She's up that way.
And zoom.
Oh God. Oh, and I saw the Lizardfolk village. I know where they are as well. They're there.
Same sort of direction?
Mm-hmm.
Well, good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I flew over, saw some buildings there, so on the way back I dropped in lower and definitely Lizardfolk there. I think I might have gave one or two kids a fright. I don't think they've ever seen a phoenix before, so yeah. But shall we off then?
Tally ho.
So you guys make your way. You kind of getting towards the little village, and you hear "Mama, Mama, there's strangers coming!" And from inside the house, you hear, "First it's a bird on fire, and now it's strangers. You think you think I'm gonna believe you a second time? I ain't seen no bird up there in the sky."
Would Kari have passed by here? Or she went a different way?
She would have zoomed by.
Okay. Because if she had managed to catch that, she would have stopped short and she'd have been like, "Strangers where?"
Uh,
Yeah, because Kari would have been the first one there with her zooming off.
Wait, what did you say, Kari?
If she was close by and she had heard that, she would have stopped short, like kind of like just a screeching halt, and she would have been like, "Strangers where?"
It would have been a gasp, and then "Mama, Mama, what's wrong with that one?"
Hey!
You ain't green like us.
Nope, I have feathers. Lesser feathers.
We ain't got no feathers.
I come from a different place. Yeah, feathers over there. Look at us, look at us. Because it shows off her little wings. Cookie wings. That's disgusting.
So I got a text about the kid.
That's okay. Kari's like that cockatiel that does big wings. Big wings. I can find it.
Okay, there we go. I was just trying to figure out where to have my mom drop off my child.
Okay.
Okay. Did I return?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My mom called and was like, "Did you get my text?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I responded with 3. And she's like, "Oh, none of them have come in." I'm like, "Great."
Like, god damn it.
Right. Um, it's at this point, a mom in an apron with a rolling pin comes out, like looking like she's ready to fight any hoodlums that may be trying to cause a ruckus, sort of vibes.
Kari totally not getting flashbacks.
And she goes, "Now, who done come round and why are you still hollering?" And she looks at the kid. "I'm trying to cook. Your pa is somewhere out in what's gonna be the fields if things work out, and you're just out here hooting and hollering instead of helping anyone." And then she looks and goes, "Oh, you do look mighty frightening. I understand a bit now."
He kept you go watch. He did good. He did a good job of that. He said if there are strangers coming, and just kind of does her hands like a ta-da.
In my defense, he also said that there was a bird on fire, and I done come out the house, and I looked up, and I ain't seen no bird on fire. I only saw a clear sky.
Just slowly turns to look at Chou. You're getting kids in trouble.
How am I getting kids in trouble?
That is a bear? Wait, that is a bear. I I only seen bears in books. What are you doing out here? Bears aren't meant to be out here. You're an interesting colored bear. I only seen brown ones in books.
I'm a panda bear.
There's a panda bear?
Mm-hmm. There's all white ones called polar bears as well.
Well, you're never too old to learn something now, aren't you?
And the little one wasn't lying about a firebird. That was me.
Now you're trying to pull my tail. You're a bear.
Take a side step, so there's enough space, and Phoenix.
Ta-da!
Squawk.
How'd the bear become a bird? And why is the bird? Why can the bear become a bird that's on fire?
He's a magic bear.
I don't understand it either.
Now, normally I would say magic ain't real. But the bear did just become a bird, so maybe it's a little real. But
Just
I
a
ain't
little
never
bit.
seen nothing magic in my life till this.
Well, the world is full of wonders.
The world is full of swamp of gas and poison toads. If you
That
ain't
too.
careful.
The mentioned swamp toads drop the wild shape and back to normal and just start looking around. I didn't realise he'd be here.
Is that a swamp toad?
You knew exactly what I was on about, though.
We had a grumpy Grung as part of our group, and he kind of looks like a grumpy toad.
Oh well, they're further. That you got about a week's travel before you hit any of them. I'm talking about the little things that are about this big and give you a wicked stomach ache if you eat them.
Yeah, I remember those. Ugh.
Come on, lots of pretty colors. We call them danger snacks.
Huh.
If you boil them just right, it makes them edible. So we like to catch a bunch of them and put them in a boiling pot. Put the lid on it so it can't hop out of the hot water. And then give it a good, 10, 20 minutes. And then pour them out. And you got some, put some spices all up on them and just pop them in your mouth like a little snack. Just don't drink the water. Maybe give them a little rinse too, because you might get some indigestion if you don't rinse them first. If you're eating a lot of them. If you're only eating a couple of them, then you don't need to worry about it. That's probably too much talking about eating something when you mentioned one of them was friend of yours. I should probably shut up about my cooking habits.
They're actually gonna take notes on that so I can take it home.
Hmm.
It's okay, we won't tell them.
What brings you around these parts?
I met a friend out in the woods. And she told me that I may be able to find some moonshine here.
Well, that's not incorrect in the slightest. We do, in fact, make a good bit of moonshine. Um, you're just here for a good, strong drink, then?
Pretty much.
Not many people come through here looking for something like that. Usually that's just something we make for ourselves. No batch is ever the same, and if you're not careful, you're gonna go blind for a bit.
Well, preferably the best batch as of late.
Can definitely do best batches and strongest, or best batches and best all around.
Oh, maybe a little bit of both. I I captain a ship, so I would like to bring some back for the crew.
Well, now I don't know how much they're gonna want to part with either. You're
Oh,
gonna have to
I have some trades that could be made.
all right. Just hold on, let me. And she kind of does a little spin, looking at the buildings, that one, and starts marching off. And swings open the door, and comes out shortly after with like a Google help with an image. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I did not want to open Amazon. I wanted to copy the picture. One of them, like, gallon jugs that you always see when in reference to moonshine sort of vibe.
Yeah.
That
I
are
got some
the
of those.
like these guys.
My
Darker
grandmother
tops,
was selling
lighter
them.
round, cork in the top. Uh, she holds out one of those and she goes, "Now we only got them in this size. So it's this size, or you're out of luck."
Oh, that's quite all right with me. We typically drink by the gallon, anyways.
And
Kind of like nudges Poppyseed.
He is a mighty big fella. I assume it takes a lot. You know, for that size, I bet you could drink the one that'll make the average man go blind without it even making you go blind at all.
That's the good shit. Less than 24 hours old, guaranteed to get your eyesight back in a week.
Good methanol.
She pulls out a couple of bottles that are definitely marked with like the skull and crossbones. And she goes, "This is from the batch that Grandpappy drank out of and went blind for 3 days."
Seems like the shit for me. Well, I'm just keeping my ears out for that fucking twang of diddling ding 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 ding.
Oh no, you're hearing it. You're hearing it.
Shit. Ding 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 ding.
Um, she kind of goes back in and pulls a few more gallons out. Um, and goes, "All right, I got 2 from each batch here. There's 4 batches. We got one more going, but it ain't gonna be ready for a while, so I can't send that one with you. I don't want to disturb its process. Disturb its process. You ain't gonna know what you're gonna get. I mean, you barely know what you're gonna get in the first place."
Lizardfolk are
Uh,
out here just brewing straight fucking jet fuel.
oh boy, howdy are they. Beautiful.
Fuck it, I'm pulling out my stamisen and then fucking playing the reply.
Oh god. This
Fuck
week
it.
on Dremura, we're trapped in the woods with some hillbillies.
You just from outside one of the cabins, you hear, "One time early in the morning, I seen a big black dog. It was howling at the moon as I walked by, and it bit me on the leg, and I said, 'Ouch.'"
Okay. Might put the shamisen away.
You're welcome. That was taught to me by my grandpa, who's an Okie.
If I knew what one of them was, then I would be like, okay. But I don't even know what that is. What's one of them?
Basically, so Oklahoma,
Mm-hmm.
but then to be a little more specific, more of the from Oklahoma.
More of the prop the real rednecks.
Um, So I got some tunes. That I ain't really think I heard anywhere else.
I'm not surprised. Of course, if I knew the words, I know what song I'd start singing in reply. I can't remember the words to the song, but it's one of the songs we used to sing when we were off playing rugby in the forces. I know the song was about 4 and 20 virgins who went off to Bangor.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of gestures at the bottles and goes, so this fit your fancy?
Oh, I believe that'll do. Now, what would I owe you for the kindness? He pulls out like a couple bottles of rum. He's like, I do have these for trade as well.
Ooh. We ain't getting anything like that around these parts. We gotta travel to the city and make trade every once in a while, but other than that, we ain't getting nothing but what we brewed ourselves.
He pulls out one more to hand to her, and it's like, look, this one's just for you, for your help.
It is instantly going into her apron pocket, and it just disappears. Like, I mean, it's in there, but like you can see the like shift of the apron slightly as the weight adjusts it, but the pocket itself is deceivingly large.
It's like bottle? What bottle? I don't have a bottle.
Um, um,
I found the lyrics.
Uh
I posted them.
oh no, bro. Oh Jesus.
hmm. Well, considering what's that?
Good Lord.
Yeah, that was the kind of shit we sang when we were out drinking, playing rugby.
Yeah, well, seeing that what you got is yeah, more refined, a bit specialer. Um, why not I do two of ours for one of yours? If you got that much to trade with, otherwise, two for one, and then throw in some coin.
I could throw in some coin. All the All the rest of what I got is back on the ship. But coin I could do. So I'd owe you with these 2 bottles. I'd owe you for 7.
Scroll too far. Uh, uh, it was that would be 6 the other way around. So you would 6, 4, 2 gold and 4 silver.
2 gold and 4 silver. Alright. I will just give them 3 gold.
She is mighty pleased. And
I thank you. And he's gonna start like handing gallons off to everybody to bring back to the
okay.
ship.
Did Kari take back off towards the direction of the water that she's pointed out, or did she stop and stick around?
So what she would have done is, when they were talking about different kinds of people, she would have been telling the kids that she had seen dinosaurs and describe them for a little bit, like to get there. And she would say they were really cool. And yeah, you know that. But you know what? I want to talk more, but I want to go fishing. And just takes off.
As Kari's talking about the dinosaurs, to show off what a dinosaur looked like, I'll become the Chou Ceratops.
Nice. You become the Triceratops, and that gives Kari the advantage at zip sneaking away, as all the children are now trying to climb the Triceratops.
Yeah, fine.
There you go.
They're only kids. They're just being excited.
You are the coolest giant lizard they ever did see.
Chou was on a child murdering rampage.
It's wrong campaign,
Is it the right campaign?
right? If she's sneaking, she's off with a 25 stealth. So you think, bye.
Mhm.
The banjo helps.
um,
Mom's going to come out to find out where the
you
kids are, and she's going to see me there. Like, the fuck?
you get over to the lake and you see that just a bit off one of the sides is a pile of about 6 fish. And then not too long after that you see a white burb come splish splashing out the water, landed on the side of the bank, and will hippity hopping over to the pile and plopping another fish onto it before shaking off a little bit. And then looking into you with a bit of a head tilt, Like, what is this individual? Kind of like trying to figure out what you are.
She is getting more and more of a kick at the fact that people are so confused at the sight of her now. But she kind of grins a little toothy grin at her and she's like, hi. How tall is she?
One moment while I bring up the bird.
Because it might be more of a nervous wave depending how tall she is.
They are. Let's see. The North American's heron is about 4 feet tall.
See, if it's fully white, that would strike me as more of an egret.
Yeah.
True.
Which are also big fucking birds.
Yep.
It's a secretary bird. It's about to stump a mud hole in some fucking snake's ass.
Why do you think I say that she might be nervous about said bird?
Uh-huh. You look like a snake. Stomp.
I look like a snack is more what it is.
Stomp. The stomp. Do the nada stomp.
Yeah, I fucking love that dog.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
We're stomping. We do the nada stomp.
Yeah, egret, not heron.
Did you see the one where he was fucking with her with a fart machine?
No.
It was so funny.
Was she losing her shit, was she?
Oh, yeah, he'd like set it off and she'd just look at him like, what in the fuck? There was one time where she just like started aggressively sniffing him.
The great egrets can get over 4 feet tall.
Big fucking bird.
We will say that she is 4 feet tall.
Lord.
Okay, same height. Still kind of nervous because the bird is as tall as she is.
Eye level with a bird.
I love it with a bird. But yeah, she just kind of sees her and she's like, hi. DJ, like, DJs.
She does a little wing flap of a wave, but then shift. When she shifts, she only slightly gets taller.
You tell her, but this is less intimidating somehow.
And now she is just a woman with very white hair and a bit of a very woodsy color dress. Like it's got the browns and greens of the matching the nature that is around sort of vibes. But her hair is just stark white.
Oh, you can shift like Chou.
The Phoenix follower.
Just kind of pauses so she thinks. Cue the dial-up. Yeah, that one.
Oh, you must be one of the friends he was talking about.
Yep. He told me he mentioned fishing, so I came over here.
Indeed. And she gestures at the pile. Do you think this will be enough?
Let's see. Hans doesn't have that big of an appetite. I don't think. The turtles might enjoy it. Yeah, I think so.
Would you mind helping carry some back?
Sure. Just this grubby hands so she can help.
She out of a pocket grabs a few things of twine, um looping it through a few of the fish's mouths, and then giving you one of them that has about half the fish attached to it, like a fish strand.
Okay.
And she does that to the other half on her other twine. And she goes, "Oh, before I go, let me find it in my pockets. There it is." She pulls out a vial that has something that is blood red on the inside, and uncorks it and pours it into the waters. "Thank you for letting me fish again, my lady." And kind of dunks it in and swishes it around to get everything that was in it out before corking it and putting it back in a pocket.
Looks at her. Looks at the pocket where she put the vial in her sweater. Just kind of does like a repeat motion. Why'd you do that?
There is a mother leech that lives in a cave in the water, and if you don't give appropriate offerings, her children will often take down kayaks and canoes and others that fish in her lake without her permission.
Oh. So that's probably a good thing I just didn't. Okay.
When she kind of fishes around in another pocket and goes, "I always bring an extra with me in case something happened, so I could have just passed it over to you so you could give an offering as well, as to not upset her watery highness. Though different watery highness than those of the ocean. That is different than this of the lake here. Very different environments."
Oh yeah, different. Yep.
But yes, you definitely don't want to upset the leeches, but they like blood, so whenever I am out hunting meats and things, I, well, collect some of the blood as well for later use for fishing.
I mean, it makes sense if you don't want them getting after you. I remember some leeches at home just they get on you and it's a pain to get off. And then with me, they like to hide in the feathers. Just a pain. Just a pain. So where are you going with the fish? They were over there. She kind of points to where she came from. But I don't think they knew I left.
Well, let's get back to them then.
Okay. Will zoom, but does not go too far. She doesn't want to lose her.
She's following not quite as much of a zoomy pace, but trying to be a little speedier than she would normally go. For your zoomies.
She'll speed up a little bit, kind of set down this will happen really quickly, where she kind of speeds up, she sets on the fish for like half a second, just jumps in between bushes and stuff to see if she can find anything, and then just pops right back out and continues carrying the fish.
I mean, she can definitely find things. Like, there's definitely like there's definitely different critters, be it frogs, large beetles, mice.
She's definitely munching on a mice at one point. Haven't had one of these forever, and
I can just picture like a little splurp of the tail going on.
yep.
Chuckles. Goes, oh, why aren't you the hunter?
I gotta be sneaky. You can see I'm not really tall, so I have to stay. I have to be sneaky, and if I can get these little snacks, I'm used to getting little snacks. I can probably get bigger snacks now, but even with that, I'm not the big. I've learned again and again, I'm not the biggest person out there, so it's good to be sneaky and to just like be quick.
As someone who is also small and sneaky, I appreciate the sentiment.
That was fun to
Right.
get to sneeze though. And she kind of wiggles the fish. That was a good day.
Fish are very good. Fish are a nice treat.
Yeah. Once they come into sight, though, she is definitely screaming, yelling at them. Look who I found! And we got fish! Or she got fish. She got fish!
We stomp. We stomp. We do the Triceratops stomp.
You're still a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm. Rar.
I don't think Triceratops eats fish. It is like right up, if you will, to his face, but is looking up and continuing to look up.
Um,
Look down.
when he was doing the stomp dance, the kids were definitely also stomping around next to him, looking like they're doing little hippie hops from foot to foot. Some of them losing their balance and falling over, and then hopping back up.
Oh, look at you playing with the kids. It's so cute.
There will be a lick from chin to forehead.
She will let herself go flop onto the floor and just ew. I
wonder-
got Chou germs.
I wonder how big a Triceratops' tongue would be for that.
She probably honestly just got licked like foot to forehead.
Mm-hmm.
I got germs. Listen, if you
See.
want to be doing that, you need to go back to the bear. Just kind of floofs her feathers and just try to clean herself.
Once he finishes cleaning one area, relick.
Ah! And just flashes her wings at him before she flies up so she can clean and get away from him.
Look up to the tree,
So
drop the wild shape, go back to Chou. Be like, you think that's gonna stop me?
Stop it.
Look at the. Mhm.
there's a look from Miss Grail between the two of them, and there's a quick, like, just slight wiggle of the hands, and then poof, Kari's clean. And she goes, "Who would like the rest of these fish? I only want 2 of them for myself. So I'm going to take the 2 that I wish and leave the rest for y'all."
Does she sound the same as when she was the heron?
Yes.
Look at Miss Grail.
She gives a smile.
Ah, yes. Choli. We chatted not so long ago while we were on the wing.
Indeed, we did.
We found what we were looking for here, and while our friends sorted out their business, no requirement for me. I thought I'd provide some entertainment for the children.
And indeed, they did look quite entertained.
Will you be joining us to eat the fish?
I suppose eating them here or back at home makes no difference to me.
I believe you already know one of my other friends. He said, well, they said they know you.
I do indeed. Helped them with a little bit of a silver cup issue.
Hey, huh? Huh? I have no clue what you're on about, but
Well, to put the moonshine in, of course.
yeah, they were buying it. Okay. Yeah, okay. I don't think it's what he wanted it for, but that's his business. I won't go prying, if he doesn't want us to. But still. Um,
I do suppose, since I know multiple of you now, and you do seem like well, you're waking up the gods, so good people in that sense. I don't know if you're good people farther than that, but you're definitely good for the world. So that's something on the balance of skills in that regard. Um, Thus, I suppose I will allow that you can know and call me by that of which my friends call me, which is Hattie.
well, a pleasure to meet you, Hattie. You said you were raised by fairies, so I know how. Well, say I know. I've heard tales of how important names are to yourselves. So the fact that you are sharing that with us, I'm honored.
Yeah, one can't be too careful. And around some of them, you never want to use the same name more than 3 times, or really anything more than 3 times with assured certainty. Otherwise, it can make it very, very important of a thing. More important than you may actually want it to be. It's very peculiar of a thing to be aware of um, around certain folks of the smaller tricksy variety.
I will bear that in mind. Never using the same name more than 3 times around certain people of a smaller tricksy kind. Just 2 seconds. I'm gonna stick my head in and be to Gad. Gad, um, Miss Grail is out here. Patty,
Yes.
they're outside.
Oh. Yeah, we'll wander out.
He
Mr. Grail, it's a pleasure to see you.
gives a smile. He goes, as a happenstance, lunch has brought us to see each other again. I hope you like fish.
Oh, I quite enjoy it.
So, have perchance any of you ever heard the tales or read the stories of those that would uh, trade their firstborn for things or get their children stolen away by the Fae?
Uh, very vaguely.
Hmm.
I feel like Poppyseed would have read a bunch.
Mm.
Because
What
I'm
is this
always,
reading you speak of?
I'm always curious as to who's read what or what information's gotten lost with the time. Or if people even realize anymore how much being around the Fae can change the way time has a grasp on you.
That was not at all where I thought that sentence was going. Because I thought you were about to say, it's like, yeah, because not a whole lot of people can realize how much a firstborn can get you.
Me looking at
Wow.
Poppyseed's fucking character sheet and it just saying Fae.
Oh yeah, because Centaur technically count as Fae, don't they?
Yeah.
Slap baby. You can fit so many deals in this bad boy.
It's how I knew that contract was bullshit.
This horse can see through so many deals.
Why did I see you slapping the horse's ass when you said that?
Because they know Poppyseed likes it.
We'd have to ask Marilyn to know for
Yeah,
sure.
you'd have to ask Marilyn.
Or what's the
don't
dinosaur
know
chick
if
that's
I-
on the boat? What is her name?
Adriel.
Yeah.
Kind of shocked I remember that offhand. I'm horrible with names.
Wait, what was it?
Thadriel, I think.
Mm,
No, the one that's on the ship with us.
Oh,
Nadel.
Nadell.
Nadell.
Yeah.
And
Big
then
titty
Thidrioth
dinosaur bitch.
is
The bad one.
the bad one.
The other big titty dinosaur bitch.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful description. Jesus.
Anayil is the Centaur like dragon dino girl. Um but yeah, the one on the ship is Nadel.
Who the fuck is Pobblebonk?
What?
I just see the name and there's no picture.
There's no picture. That was why was there was a joke made and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't lose this name because it's gonna be used for something in here at some point. So I had posted the name because it was too damn funny. Um, but it hasn't actually gotten used on an NPC yet, I think is what it was. Um, oh yeah, the Iron Cat. You all um are basically offered the hey, if you help build a fire here, we can prep these here if you like. Or for better spices, um we can make our way to the cottage that not all of you will fit in, and some people will have to eat outside. And she looks directly at Poppyseed and just goes, I'm sorry, but you're not even part of you. Well, you could probably peek inside the door, but that's about it of yourself that would actually fit. I don't think you could actually make it through the door, even.
Oh, that's fine. I'll just wait outside.
But that also just depends on how we all would like to prep the fish. If you want something quicker so you can be on your way, we can cook right here with a little fire set up. Again, or we could trek back a little bit and
Um, well, uh, are we staying the night? Is this what this is? Are we staying?
if you're staying the night here, you'll have to ask the locals. And she points back towards the kids running around, but goes, I mean, their parents, of course.
It looks to the group. Are we?
I mean, isn't the boat like right there?
I don't know how far we trekked in here.
You would get back to the boat like Not quite midnight, but close to midnight.
But
Sort of vibes.
Well, I don't see a reason to intrude. We're rather close to the ship.
Put 7th level spell back in back pocket.
She goes, well, then I guess the next question is, do you want to trek a little bit further so I have access to my spice cabinet? Or just cook things up here? I mean, the fish is fantastic by itself, anyways.
I mean, I can eat this raw. I don't know if y'all want to do that.
I don't mind going to get some spices.
He looks to Poppyseed with a little bit of a nod and says, I had a feeling that would be your answer.
He has a more
Yeah.
sensitive stomach.
Don't most Centaur?
I don't know. This is the first one I've met. And now he's turned into rock for some reason.
Yes, that is a bit different. I
You-
don't think I've never seen.
You've seen me put the earth rock inside of me.
So weird.
Very kinky.
Oh. Okay.
Fuck Macalite, it is toxic.
She goes, well, let's move on then. And she starts making her way off. And um about it's a slight detour, but it still brings you closer to the ship than you were before. Um and she opens up the curtains and windows so it's easier to see inside and props the door open and um, pulls out some spices and things and insists on getting help from a couple people at least, since there are so many fish involved. And in no time at all, you have a nicely seasoned cooked meal for all of you. And then you're on your way back to the ship. Um, once back to the ship, it is dark. I don't remember what y'all do and don't have for night vision. I think one of you doesn't, or is it two of you that don't? Night vision, dark vision.
I have dark
I know
vision.
you have the goggles.
Yeah, she has the goggles.
Which one of you's blind as fuck?
I think both the turtles are.
Do I have
Tortles are just holding Kari's hand. Once nighttime hit.
I mean, it's up to you if you want dark vision or not.
I'm not sure
I've
about
got
that.
dark vision in one
Well,
eye.
I don't.
Does Chou have dark vision?
Show that again.
Sorry, disassociated.
Ah.
Vibe.
Does you have the Dark Visiones?
Uh, dee, 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 dee.
Well, I'll cast dark vision on Gad.
No, I don't have that vision.
And I'll cast dark vision on Chou. Bam! You can see.
Oh.
Now none of you are blind stomping through the forest.
Stomp, stomp, do the nada stomp, stomp.
Um. Yeah, so you guys get back to the ship late evening, late night. And between 11 and midnight sort of vibes when you finally get back.
How's the moon looking?
I don't remember what I answered with last session because I definitely know I got that question last session, and I don't remember what the answer was.
Because Miss Grail said it was like close to being fall.
Um, yeah, we'll say you've got like a night or two before it's like gonna be a perfectly full orb.
Okay.
Does Gad wait, or does Gad chance it?
I am waiting till the full moon.
Um, I assume without any more land business, you all set off officially for near Beth. Um, during the travel time, does Poppyseed pop back and forth at all to
Maryland's? Yes.
yeah, Maryland's also for like I don't know, books and study things on anything he might want to look up.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Nerd shit.
nerd shit. Um,
Nerd shit, spicy romance. Ka-chow.
those two things often go hand in hand. Uh, um, Kari and Chou, I assume, uh, take turns entertaining the Krillium, who is indeed, um, regularly swimming around the ship, or occasionally, like, helping pull it, because he finds it fun. Like, that's just a fun game now, come and pull the ship. He never warns you when he's gonna pull the ship, though. It's just like, and all of a sudden, you guys are going a lot fucking faster. And then he'll let go of the little pulling apparatus that you guys have set up, and you guys will just drift for a bit as he goes and like wanders off to catch lunch for himself or whatnot, and then he'll come back and yeet you guys off again.
It's like we are.
Um, Usually he'll come up and just splash whoever he sees that's on board and wave with a fin.
She goes. She would go and splash him back. Much smaller splash, but splashing him back nonetheless. Must retaliate.
You must retaliate, definitely. After a couple days, the night has come that is the biggest of moons. How does Gad proceed?
Is it full moon now?
Yes.
Oh. Um. Kind of by like the wheel, I guess. Ged brings himself out a chair and another chair. And he will pour 2 glasses of this moonshine. One in the silver mug and the other in just like one of his own. And then he will call upon the fish lady.
Um, there is a moment where the water is still before you hear a little bit of like a burbling in the ocean as the water picks up. Almost like a little spout and washes over the top of the deck. Um, as she appears out of it. And goes over and kind of looks at the setup with what's the word? Um, Discerning is the right thing that I'm looking for. Um, Technically that works. I don't think it was what I was trying to think of originally, but technically that works. Um, Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
I just read Poppyseed's lyrics. Um, and she goes and sits. So, I assume you have something for me?
Yes, I do, if you wouldn't mind sharing a drink with me.
She looks to the table, seeing the filled glass, and um, with the filled glass in the position of it, you can easily see the shimmer of the full moon, the light of the full moon on the glass. Um, and she gives a smile and goes, "This works perfectly." And she picks up the silver cup, and the second she puts it to her lips, the light coming off of the moon and just the whole area almost looks like it has a red hue. As when she takes a sip, if you look up in the sky, it looks like the moon is bleeding and turning red. Have they all stunned to talk, or did I potato?
Hmm?
No?
I think I missed what you said.
Damn, because it was good.
The moon bleeds.
As she put the silver cup to her lips to take a drink, the second the cup touched her lips, the lighting from the moon turned a red haze. And as she drank from the cup, the moon began to bleed, causing the entire moon to turn red.
Oh.
I'm having Terraria flashbacks.
Hmm. Well, I can't say I've ever seen the moon do that before.
No, I don't think I've ever seen it do that either.
So it will be fine. It takes more than a sip of it to do anything wrong to the moon. So this is definitely the first time someone has just so willingly went out of their way to follow such direct instructions.
Hmm.
As she sips, she ponders a little more and goes, I think next time you find it in your heart you wish to be generous, bring the apologetic words of a dead man. I think those would do nicely. I think the moonshine's hit Gad.
I think so too.
I am slightly dozing. What did she say last? I apologize.
She said the next time you are feeling generous, that she would very much so like the apologetic words of a dead man.
Mm. And what exactly might that mean? Just a story, or would you like to hear them yourself?
So I think you can take some time to think on this one. Figure it out.
All right. Well, I suppose I'll get to thinking then.
It was the one of the Krakens had a baby the other day.
Oh. Well, congratulations to them.
It's quite a joy having a new little one swimming around.
I
So
can,
big
I
and
can imagine.
so dumb.
I bet that would be a great time to watch.
You should see it when they try to attack the already sunken ships. It's so cute.
I can only imagine. We had quite the great time teaching our friend Krillium to fish.
kind of wanders over towards the edge of the ship to look over and kind of spot Trillium and go, "You guys have done quite the job with this one."
Well, we've done what we can, considering none of us are exactly a mother.
Nonetheless, you have done a good job and taken care of something of the sea that can now be quite the terror of the sea if it so wished.
Admittedly, that was at least a part of the plan. It was something to take care of, but at the same time, we figured he might also be able to take care of us.
Well,
He's definitely made quite the companion.
So was that about me then? Sorry, I disassociated again.
Krillium,
Uh,
just complimenting how you guys have taken good care of Krillium.
Wouldn't we take good care of a man named Krillium? Hmm.
Enjoys the company for a little while. Um, before um saying that she's going to get back into the sea to not dry out too much. Um, but to ponder the request of the apologetic words of a dead man. Um, and she then also requests that um, if you wish to be in even better favor, um, something that has never been seen and will never be seen again. That would also be a fantastic gift. And then she dives into the sea.
Kind of, as she's like diving into the sea, takes his hat off and gives a very deep bow. Until next time, my lady. See, I as a player got an idea about that. Cause like you go to like a mine somewhere and somebody digs up some precious gemstone that they like just found and you chuck it into the water. Because it's like, yeah, nobody's ever gonna see this rock again, and you chuck it into the water.
Another reasonable interpretation. Not one I
Just
had
'cause-
thought of before, honestly, but a good one.
Just because I've seen the memes where it's like people like find a cool rock and then like huck it into a lake, and it's like no human will ever touch this rock ever again.
Gad would notice she did take the silver cup with her. But she has left a very, very beautiful shell in its place.
Oh, right. It's like, why won't my keyboard work?
Mhm.
Because I unplugged it, because I think some of the moisture that I got on it was making it type, because it was like I wasn't hitting the keyboard or like touching it at all, and it was just spamming L's.
Technology wants to give you an L.
Yes.
Whoops.
But I have the D&D Beyond app. Haha. Oh, new version available. Got fucking update. Okay. Cool. Beautiful shell. I guess after that, Gad would wander off to bed.
It is like
Doing this too.
one of them you can hear the ocean in
Oh.
kind of size.
Shallow-sea.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was about to say my like almost very first thought upon saying that was Oceanosea.
Okay, I wasn't the only one. Good.
God damn it.
I don't even know what I can think.
No, that was the like single brain cell thought. Oceanosea.
Oh.
It's the end of the night. We're getting there. We are there. We've been here.
We are there.
You've been here.
Not the whole time.
No. The Oceanosea. Yeah, that's an
She's
accurate descriptor.
she's telling you something, Gad.
When the DM just tries to find a pretty cunt shell.
Pretty cunt shell.
Okay, you heard that too. I'm not the only one.
What?
A pretty cunt shell.
Yep.
That is not what I said.
It's what it sounded like.
It's what we
It
heard.
really is.
It's not what you said.
Cunt.
Yeah. Yes.
Cunt. Shell.
Yeah.
Look, it doesn't matter how many times you say it or how slow you say it. Stop calling me that word, please.
Bitch! Please.
Bitch,
Ooh, what's a
lasagna.
horse conch? I swear to God.
Brain cell has officially left the building.
It never entered for me. Is why I've been quiet all night, because I know if I open my mouth, stupid bullshit's coming out. Mammal. That was the first clue.
Mammal.
See, cock was not the word that I heard.
Drill, baby, drill.
Well,
Cock and stone.
just as a reminder, next week we do have session. The week after that, we will not, as I will have been on plane to a different state for a wedding.
Oh, fun.
Indeed.
Well,
Safe travels.
everybody say a goodbye.
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 Goodbye. Night.
Night.
Mm.